Yo, 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 come on in, man. Come on in. Let's have a quick discussion. It's the middle of the day, and Raheem Morris still got a job. Just come on in. Let's have a quick conversation, man. I welcome y'all to come on in, man. Come on in. I give y'all time to get in here, man. Cause we got to have a discussion, man. Cause this Raheem Morris thing ain't working for me no more. If y'all caught the post game last night, um, look, it was one of those post games that I really had to fight, to do because at this point at 4-9, what else is there to do or say? Bino, what's up, man? Will, what's up? But yeah, after a 4-9 start, man, and losing 7 of the last 8, it's just laughable to me because the second straight year we end up with a winning record after week 9 at 6-3 and 3-2 to start the season, and then just a complete downfall both seasons. JT, what's up, man? Um, it's just not working for me no more. And honestly, it probably won't even be working for Raheem Morris too much longer because I think with yesterday's press conference, um, the tone of his voice told me everything. That I know my time is coming, and you know I got to deal with it. And see, one thing about it, man, even in coaching, we had to use common sense. With the coaching hires he made, wasn't common sense; they were emotion based, and you got to leave emotion out of a gladiator sport like football. You got to use common sense to the point as what can I put around me to help me grow into being a winning championship style coach. And we see it with Andy Reid. And shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs, man. They fought last night, but they came up short and they will be eliminated from the playoffs for the first time in a decade. And the Giants fall, man. One thing about the Giants, they will eventually fall because nobody can be great forever. Ask the Bulls, ask the Yankees. They'll tell you they got to lose at some point. So look, I mean, it happens. Rex, what's up, man? 2 home games, yeah, that's pretty pathetic. Um, and PSL license and season tickets, that shit is expensive, man. I mean, it cost. It cost. They tried to get us with that $50 price tag when they first opened the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, but 2-3 years after that shit ballooned like a hot air balloon. Prices went through the roof. And them suites, oh my God, we don't even want to get into that part. But with Raheem Morris, man, as I was saying, his body language, his demeanor, all that changed. Horace, HO, what's up, man? What's good? What's good? HO, I think it's over finally, man. The tone of his voice yesterday, it let me know he knows he's on the ropes and he knows he's about to get that knockout punch. But I want y'all to look at a tweet Miss Tori McElhaney put up. A shot to Miss Tori McElhaney. Met her a couple of times, man. Very, very down to earth person, man. And I enjoy her, supporting me the best she can. Yeah, HO, it was definitely a con job. And he was like, if he was selling cars, I wouldn't have had no problem with him getting a job. But he wasn't selling cars. But Miss Tori McElhaney put out what Raheem said during the interview, press conference, whatever you want to call it. Said we got to go figure it out. And how long he's been saying that? There's not just one person to point at, and that's true. Because Zach Robinson is a person, Arthur Blank is a person, Rich McKay is a person. Raheem Morris, even himself, is a damn person. So you're right. You can't point at one person, but if you had more than 2 hands or more than 10 fingers, you can point in any direction that you want. But Raheem Morris on the special teams core, the Falcons and how it needs to change, said you can't have a blocked field goal and kickoff return for a touchdown. No duh. But wasn't this the guy the other day that just said no changes will need to be made? I trust in what Marquise does. Ain't this the same player that said, I think we can find a way if we rework some stuff? Correct me if I'm wrong. See, this contradictory thing don't work well for him. And it damn sure don't work well for me because I'm going to tell y'all, when you see things like that, man, run for the hills. That means he lets you know that he could not lead a child to the water fountain, drink some water. Mr. James, what's good, man? He said, I agree. I fire Zach and the special teams coach before they fire me. But see, ego won't let him do that. That's the point. Ego won't let him do that. Ego will not let him do that. He's going to go down with the ship, like I said on the video I did the other day. And when he made that post about, that statement about not making any changes, that's why I put that video up, because he's going down with the ship. And sometimes, hey, you make them mistakes, you got to go down with the ship, because right when they go out the door, you going right behind them. And he lets you know at the end of last season that he made a mistake. He fires Jimmy Lake immediately after the season. But you kept Zach Robinson? Okay. But see, you got to remember, Zach Robinson was his buddy out at in LA with the Rams, excuse me. So that buddy system had never worked for the Falcons. If y'all remember, Dan Quinn, Kevin Stefanski, not Kevin Stefanski, Steve Sarkisian. My bad. You look at Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith's dad, rest in peace, and God bless him. Him and Arthur Blank, best of friends, business partners type guys. One is FedEx, one is Home Depot. So the buddy system has never worked in that, and I don't think it's worked anywhere, to be honest. And Terry Fontenot, we can't let him off. He done a great job with the salary cap. He had a great draft in 2025, but him, Rich McKay, Arthur Blank, and whoever the coach was had some questionable picks. Troy Anderson, perfect example. Troy Anderson has been hurt the last 2 to 3 years, 2.5 years. Shoulder injuries, ankle injuries, knee injuries. You can name it all. And you do the scout report on these guys. Michael Pierce is another one. Love the talent, talented arm, talented college quarterback. But you got to know, deep down inside, that injury report showed those 2 knee injuries. And it's not his fault. Let's get it correct. It's not his fault. But at the same time, one hit, just like any other person, could end his career or end his season. So these are the choices that you made. And with Michael Penix, you talk about system. Pistol formation every single series. Damn near every down. Kirk Cousins gets in the game. You know how to switch it up. He plays up under center. He plays shotgun. And he plays pistol. But with Michael Penix, it was 80% pistol, 20% everything else. So you mean to tell me that you couldn't find a way to change? Make it make sense. So this is why we're at this point. This is why we're at this point. A1, what's up, man?
My dog Smitty, what's going on this gloomy Monday morning? Oh, I know why it's so gloomy. I do know. Because the Falcons are eliminated out of the playoffs. That's why it's gloomy out here.
Man, you surprised? Ms. Maggie, what's good?
Oh, no, not surprised at all, man. Hey, I do got a quick thing though too, Smitty. And hello everybody in the chat, man. What's good, man? Hopefully everybody's day is going a whole lot better than yesterday. I understand, like we all upset, we all love this team, but hopefully, like individually and personally in your own personal days, y'all having a better day because y'all deserve that. But I see that you was talking about the Raheem Morris comments. I know we kind of touched on it briefly yesterday. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, Raheem Morris to me, bro, he sounds like a guy that's just, like you said yesterday, run out of excuses, but just run out of things to say. It's just like, what do you want me to say at this point?
My grandma used to tell me, every lie that you tell, you got to be able to repeat that lie word for word. Because if you don't, they're gonna figure it out.
They gonna figure
And she
it out.
never lied. Because how many weeks have we been saying we gotta do better, we gotta get better? How many times you gonna say that? That shit gets old. It's stale.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, nobody wants to keep hearing, and we said it before. It was like, as a paying customer, nobody wants to keep hearing the same things over and over. Talking about, we gotta find a way. We gotta find a way. Nobody wants to hear that, respectfully, man. After like what, after I say about 2, maybe 3 times of it. But my goodness, we've heard that thing like 7, 8 times in a
My
row.
point exactly, bro. My point exactly. My point
In a
exactly.
row.
But before you go, Robin Layfield says, how would you feel if they kept Ra for another season and he doesn't fire Zach and say we have to rebuild this season? Well, we have to build off this season.
Oh, I see how you just gave me an alley-oop right there. Well, like I said before, I was on the fence about it because I know it takes a lot to start over. And, it's a lot on the players. It's a lot on, the franchise, the fans, and everything. But I'm sorry, y'all. It will be a complete slap in the face if these guys are back. If these same guys are back next year saying, yeah, we gotta focus on it, we gotta build it, and all the other stuff like that. There's nothing to build here. There's nothing to build with these guys. We've already seen it. You're regressing. You're regressing with a better squad. You're regressing with, with more than what the last coach came out with. And my thing is, you came into it saying, if a certain guy was doing his job, if a certain guy had his personnel under control, I wouldn't even be here.
Right. That's all I'm saying. And you made an excellent point. And the truth, you my guy and all, but they don't have a reason to keep Raheem at all. With the way the season is going and the way last season ended, he's had 2 seasons to get it right. And I get what you're saying about wanting to keep Allen or Brick, but you get rid of the other 2. That's really hypocritical if you think about it, because even if a new coach come in and they still gonna be tied to Raheem Morris. And it'll be another excuse for the new coach. They say, well, I didn't really hire those guys. And they don't really fit, well, their philosophy don't fit with mine, don't tie into what I do. So it's just kicking the can down the road. They had to bring the whole slate clean. And I can't believe I'm saying this. And even though I took up for Terry Fontenot for a long time, he got to go too. Why? Because you didn't speak up when you need to speak up. When you saw Arthur Blank wanting to go get Mike Penix, when you wanted somebody else as the GM, you got to speak up. If he fires you, he fires you. But at the end of the day, you did your part to try to make this team better. See, sometimes you got to know when to speak, when you're spoken to, and sometimes you just got to take the wheel. And as a GM, he hasn't done that.
Hey, can I play a little devil's advocate?
Do you think?
All right, so I do agree with what you're saying. Speak up because, at the end of the day, we all supposed to be men. But do you don't think that because it's his first job, Terry May doesn't have that voice just yet?
Let me tell you this, Chris. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Terry Fontenot was the president of football operations in New Orleans, vice president, and he was a part of the draft crew down there. He was the one brought Drew Brees to New Orleans. He was the one took a chance on a Marcus Colston in the 7th round. He was the one when he got a Jimmy Graham when nobody else would take a chance on him. He made those moves.
But that was with a franchise that he possibly had a voice with. Who's to say that Arthur Blank isn't giving him the same voice that Mickey Loomis did?
Oh, we know he's not. Because what I've been telling you about the press conferences. Where's Terry Fontenot in certain situations? When they're addressing what's going to happen next with the head coach, Terry Fontenot is nowhere to be found. On the screen, not in the room, nowhere. So we knew his hands was tied. And they even told a lie and said he was part of the crew that hired Arthur Smith, and we all knew that was a lie. Arthur Smith was here, what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks before they even announced that Terry Fontenot got hired. And you can't make a hiring decision when you ain't employed by that team, not under contract. Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
You can tell all the lies you want, but at the end of the day, it's gonna come back and bite you.
It's gonna come back. It's gonna get
Robert
found out about
it. Thank you for the donation. Go ahead, Chris. My bad.
No, I was just saying about you, like you were saying, like about that lie. You got to keep it going. And my thing is, we've been lied to as a fan base over and over again. Or, okay, if they don't consider it lying, well, I tell you what, you've definitely been keeping things from us. You definitely keeping us in the dark about certain situations. You definitely You definitely haven't been transparent.
Yeah, that's true. Not for everybody. Yeah, it's easy to speak, and that's his first job. And as a GM, you should have total control. Because look at Mike Vrabel in New England. Yeah, he was a player there. He coached up on the Belichick for a little while. And he knows Belichick's system. He knows the recruiting, the free agency. He knows all of the ins and outs. But he has full control over whoever the GM. They're giving him the leeway to do whatever he wants. See, Arthur Blank is pulling the Jerry Jones. He wants things done his way and only his way. And that's not the way to be in the NFL. And I give Jerry Jones credit. I give him credit for trading Michael Parsons and going and getting 2 all-pro defensive tackles and build around it. Because think about it. They got Overshown, who's an outside linebacker who was actually playing on Michael Parsons' level before before he got hurt last year. They got rid of DeMarcus Lawrence in time. They made the right moves. And I give Jerry Jones credit for that. But at the same time, I don't think Arthur Blank is going to make that tight decision to go out and trade a Drake London, Drake London, a Bijan Robinson, a AJ Terrell, somebody he can get 2 first-round picks for, and Bijan is going to get 2 first-round picks. And the reason why I have no problem with you trading Bijan Robinson is because Tyler Algier ran for 1,000 yards before he got here. So I wouldn't have no problem with it. Like Chris said on the show last night, he's fumbled the ball 7 times in his career already.
He has. And guess how many times Tyler has fumbled? I'll wait.
0. See, and that's why I try to put and instill in y'all that some positions are just replenishable, more replenishable than others. When I said they should have traded Julio Jones 2 or 3 years before they did. When I said, like I just said with Tyler Algier, you talk about offensive line. That's another one of those positions that you can pretty much fill in if you get the right guy. Because look at Alex Mack. He came from a losing Cleveland Browns team, ended up being one of the best centers in our organizational history the 5 years that he was here. So, woo, boy, y'all see, but y'all ain't ready for that Bijan conversation. Y'all ain't ready for that Drake London conversation because I love Drake London. But if he's going to give me a first and a third in this year's draft with the way the wide receiver class is, I'm taking it because I won't have to pay that $30 million. And that's what I'm looking at, cap space. You bring in a veteran quarterback that knows what he's doing, that knows how to be a game manager, that knows how to audible out of plays, knows how to tell the offensive coordinator to kiss his butt when he need to, and just a pure leader because no quarterback in this league can make it out without receivers. And our room is terrible. And the bad part is we'll never really know what we got because it's 2 players on the practice squad that still haven't touched the field this year. And you talking about practice is how you make your decisions. Chris Blair has been practicing here for 3 years. You mean tell me you can't find no space to put him on the field to see what he has? Come on now. Come on. Miss Carey, what's good? Hey.
I just think the coaching staff don't trust Chris Blair, man. Because I don't see what it is. It doesn't make any sense. This man, everybody, we're seeing people that's coming from different teams, people coming off the street, like a KJ Osborne. You even seeing Devin Tompkins coming from the Bucks. Seeing other
Right.
people, but you're not seeing Chris Blair at
And Devin
all.
Tompkins,
And my thing,
he got it. Go ahead. My bad.
I was just about to say we haven't seen Chris Blair at all. And it's just like, what's the purpose? Like, what's the purpose of even having him around then? Free that man.
I guess he's a glue guy. That's the only thing I can think of. I guess he's a glue guy. What's going on, Gentleman's Journal?
You were about to say something about
Jeff, what's good, man? Thank you for always commenting. I appreciate it. He said, what quarterback you want to come to Atlanta? I'm gonna let you answer that first, Chris.
You were just about to try to make a point about Tompkins, though.
Oh, he played in 3 games, so they have to sign him to a contract. So he signed to a contract, so he's gonna stay on the roster. And he played special teams along with wide receiver yesterday. So, I mean, look, it's something. I don't know what's going on. Nick Nash, another one.
Yeah.
Nick Nash is another one. Miss Christie, what's good? She said she on lunch break. Enjoy that salad, because I know that's what you're eating. Big John, what's good? What's good? Special teams are horrible. And there's another coaching problem that came up yesterday. Casey Washington, Kadera Hodge, 2 of your best special team players, but they are on the bench and they're healthy scratches. But you give a kick return with both of those guys on the sideline. Make that shit make sense.
And the thing with Casey is just like, I know he had those concussions, you know, and you think about it too with being a healthy scratch. And we having trouble at the wide receiver. You just gotta figure Casey Washington cannot be back late soon. Like, you think they're gonna give up on him? I mean, because I'm just saying, healthy scratch after healthy scratch, concussions.
Oh, they probably already have.
Trouble. Now I'm saying trouble at wide receiver, but you're having guys as healthy scratches. It's just, you know, it just screams, hey, you're not the guy. You're just here for right now.
Yeah, but haven't this coaching staff shown you over the 2025 season that they have misfired on scouting talent? Because
they've overshown. Casey
Washington should have been where they were saying in the preseason might get starts this year. Who else? Kadera Hart. Well, put it like this. There's a lot of players on this roster that they shouldn't have brought him back. Start with Younghoe Koo. Let's start there. Because he showed you last year before he got cut this year that he had something going on mentally. He had a hip injury last year, and he tried a new kicking style because the old style wasn't working for him no more. But you still bring him back this year. Kadera Hodge, just like we just said, 2 healthy scratches 2 weeks in a row. Best special team players you got. And that's really why you brought him back, for special teams. And to be a fourth or fifth receiver. But he's a healthy scratch.
Healthy. Oh boy. Again, man. And it just, I feel like you need to have all hands on deck. You know, and then my thing is, even if a guy is out of favor with the organization or with the coaching staff, whatever, right now, with you having nothing else to play for, it's an opportunity for that person to possibly get back into those graces. Because, I mean, what else do you have to play for? This is an evaluation process at this point.
Yep. That's what I was saying, bro. At this point, you can let the practice squad play. You can let third string anybody that you feel like has earned some playing time. And I tell y'all, I kind of see why they didn't keep Simeon Barrow, but I would have kept him on the practice squad until somebody picked him up.
Yeah.
That's one mistake that y'all made. I saw that work ethic in preseason. And it's no shot at anybody. Because guess what? David Onyemata is going after this year. That's a spot right there.
Like Barrow. I like Barrow a lot.
Oh boy. But like I was saying earlier, man, what quarterback you want to come to Atlanta? Jeff wanted to know.
Oh, quarterback I want to come to Atlanta. The quarterback I want to come to Atlanta is not realistic. It's just not. But at the same time, I guess, with the guys that's going to be available, oh, man, that's tough, bro. I ain't going to lie to you because I don't want Kyler Murray and I don't want Shadur Sanders, but I know at the same time, I may have to roll with one of those guys.
But, bro, think about it. Shadur is on a rookie deal. Kyler Murray is really on a quarterback-friendly deal because the average NFL starting quarterback salary tops out at $60 million. And Kyler Murray is at 43. Yeah, we just paid Kirk Cousins $40 million last year for 7 wins.
Yeah, I know. I guess that's what I'm like. I don't want to do that again. I'm just like, we're going from one bad quarterback or one potentially bad quarterback to another. I don't know, man. I just think I'm just over it, man. I'm just over the bridge. Just over, like, can we just, like, I know we did the Penix thing. Now that's looking murky. It's just like, man, like, should we just go draft another quarterback? Should we go get Mendoza in the second round?
Mendoza going to be the first pick in the draft. Bucket.
Yeah, that's probably true. Well, but regardless, okay. So if it ain't Mendoza, I'm like, are you going to go get a quarterback in the draft? Again, it's like.
But this is why
we got so many other holes that we got to fill.
Exactly. My point. I was just about to say that after I made this point. Big John, what's good, my guy? He says, all simple as this. If we or Rod don't ever not willing to make offensive moves, then Rod and the offensive coordinator must go. It's simple. I'm out. Got some things to do. Appreciate you, John. He's absolutely correct. But I was going to make a point as to you saying you out on Shadur, but he's a rookie quarterback and he's on a rookie contract. And to me, what he showed yesterday, he's shown us, even after sitting all season, even after going through backlash, even after persevering through all of that, he still had a 360-yard game and 4 total touchdowns on a team where the coach don't even want him. So that lets you know his mind, his mental is strong. And you need that kind of quarterback. And if the Falcons hire the right guy as an offensive coordinator or the right guy head coach, Shadur Sanders will be fine.
And that part right there, bro. I knew you was going to make my point for me because I knew you was going to end up saying the reason why I'm out on Shadur. It's not even because of Shadur.
It's
because of my organization.
Yeah.
It's my organization, bro. I don't know from what I've been seeing for the last 5 to 6 years. I don't know if they're going to get the right guys. That's going to put Shadur in the best situation, or would Shadur in Atlanta be Michael Penix 2.0?
If they got the same offensive coordinator, he'll be the same thing. But if they got an offensive coordinator or a quarterback coach that can help him keep developing, such as a Joe Brady, such as a Mike McCarthy or somebody of that nature, I wouldn't have no problem with it. But when you still talk about Zach Robinson, but Raheem Morris is the biggest problem because he keeps getting everybody else's way.
But hear me out on this.
Go ahead.
But hear me out on this. Again, I'm already in my mind, Zach Robinson, Raheem Morris is gone. So I'm still saying on the organization, on their tip, will the next guys they bring in be the right guys? That's what I don't know. Because I've seen these people bring in multiple guys who weren't. So now it's just like so for me to just humbly and just respectfully just assume that the next people they bring in is going to be the best guys for the job, I just feel like that's not a good thing I can do personally. I can't do that personally. I got to see something.
That's the thing. They got to switch out. They got to switch up how they perceive a coach. They got to let the coach come in and make the decision. They can't go into the interview saying, hey, we're going to be looking for this. We're going to ask him this. And if he don't say this, he's not the guy. You can't hire a coach like that. You got to hire a coach that you trust to make all the right moves. Just like I just said with Mike Vrabel. He was in Tennessee. Before they fired their GM, they were on the road. They ended up trading A.J. Brown. They let Derrick Henry walk. And then guess what? They fell off a cliff. Carolina Panthers. We talked about it last night. Owner was out in the club throwing drinks on folks. But as soon as he took Bryce Young, and we knew he wasn't the right pick, but we couldn't do nothing because that was the owner's decision. Just like Michael Penix was the owner's decision. So just like the Carolina owner, he hired the right GM to do the job. Dan Morgan, former Miami linebacker. I remember him playing back in the day because I'm just that old. But when he stepped back and let that man do his job, Carolina started turning around slowly but surely. And now they're in the division lead of the NFC South with Bryce Young. So building around the right guy, like I told you they had to do with Penix, Carolina did it. Baker Mayfield, another one.
And look again, that's a why. That's why, bro. That's why this organization has to show the competence to hire guys, or at least they can put young talent positions. That's what I'm saying. It's not anything against Shadur. I saw the game. Shadur got talent. Shadur can ball. He just needs to be put into the right situations. Can the Atlanta Falcons organization do that? That's what I don't know. And that's why I'm like, could it be Michael Penix 2.0? And honestly, I still don't even want to give up on Penix just yet, because we still don't even fully know who he is outside of the injuries. You know, so it's like, it's tough, bro. Like, I still believe in Penix. If you just ask me what quarterback I believe in, I still believe in Penix. But I'm not blind to the fact that this man has had 5 seasons in the injury. At the end of the day, I know in a minute, if he has to keep getting cut on, he's not going to be able to play football. So I do recognize that as well. So it's really like almost like a darn if you do, darn if you don't, and it's a double-edged sword all together, because you could wait on Penix and he could reward you for your patience, or you could wait on Penix and you could miss another opportunity. That's why it's so tough. But it's even tougher because it's the Atlanta Falcons that have to make the decision.
Yeah. And see,
I hope I'm making sense.
Yeah, you're making sense, but that's what I'm telling you about the front office. When Carolina sat back, let the GM do the job, it turned around. But as I was saying about Baker Mayfield and putting the right quarterback in that situation in Tampa after Tom Brady left. How many teams gave up on Baker Mayfield before he ended up in Tampa? You started off with Cleveland because they wanted Deshaun Watson. He gets traded to Carolina. They wanted another quarterback in Bryce Young. He goes to the Rams for just a little while. Came back and won a game in his first start in just 5 days. Then he goes to Tampa the very next season after Tom Brady retires and balled out. And we knew the talent was there because he set a rookie quarterback record for touchdowns. That was, with Russell Wilson, but that was later broken. But my point is, just like Baker Mayfield went to Tampa and kept it going after Brady did, they can bring in another quarterback, another veteran quarterback, do the same thing. They just got to have the right offensive coordinator in position. Because think about it.
We missed our chance on Baker.
Tampa has changed offensive coordinators 3 years in a row because their offensive coordinators had went off and got another job somewhere else. So, yeah. So
yeah. Because what was it? What my channel? It was Canales, Liam Cohen.
But before that, it was Byron Leftwich.
There we go. Okay. I was like, who was this other one? Okay, there we go.
So it can be done.
Again.
All you got to do is just bring in the right coach, the right coaching staff to do this. And don't get me wrong. If they kept Jeff Ulbrich, I would not be mad. If they kept Nate Ollie, I wouldn't be mad. Jerry Greer's getting up in age. But let's keep it real. If they hire another coach, they're going to want their own staff. And there's a 20% chance they could keep somebody. But if they're smart, Nate Ollie would be one of those guys I would definitely keep. So, look, it could happen, man. It could work. But since you can't get your ego out the way, guess what? Shit like this happens.
You know, for Raheem Morris, I just got to be like, I got to pull out an R&B song for him. Let me see what I got for you.
Look at your ass.
Siri, play Chris Brown "Sleep at Night," because the things that he does and says, I just be like, man, whatever helps you sleep at night, coach. So if gotta find a way, if gotta clean up those mistakes, if gotta, if all that stuff like that is your calling card, then by God, my man, whatever helps you sleep at night.
Okay, here go another question.
I'm just over.
D-Led put something up a little bit where it was last night, but I saw it this morning when I woke up. He wrote a column in the AJC. Well, Manningham wrote a column in the AJC. Says Falcons Arthur Blank has become a bad franchise owner. His team ties record with 8 consecutive losing season. What you think about that? Is he one of the worst owners is he becoming a bad owner? Or one of the worst in the NFL? I would like to know. Y'all in the chat, y'all can follow along too.
I hate this, Smitty, but I'm gonna be brief and I'm gonna be short and sweet. Your record and your reputation, you are what you are. Right now, we are 8 straight seasons without a winning record, without a playoffs, winning records, quarterbacks. We are so far away from that Super Bowl run that it's crazy. And then you think about it, even before then, certain things that were just going on. I mean, okay, why did we end up having to get, Matt Ryan? Because we had things going on with Vic, unfortunately. Then you had the Bobby Petrino thing. Then you remember we had guys like Joey Harrington, Byron Leftwich as our quarterback. It was It's so many like little things here and there, so many discrepancies here and there. But this right here, this 8 straight seasons, yeah, you are what you are, and right now we are a bad franchise. I was talking to somebody this morning, and I was like, we're right there with the Jets. We're right there.
Hey, Ski, that is a glaring question. Will Penix be back? I'd say no. I don't think he comes back 2027. And the reason why I see it, you got to think about surgery, recovery period, training, all that good stuff. And then what if something goes wrong with the surgery? They have to go back in. That sets you back about 2 months.
Oh gosh, I hope not.
Because the swelling got to go down both times before they can examine the knee. And if they have to go back in, you're talking about another 2 months. So I think he'll be out the entire 2026. I might be wrong, but
I hope you are.
I'm just being real.
No, and of course, that is a realistic thing, man. Michael Penix could be out for the entire next year. I mean, like, from the timetable that they were saying, best case scenario would have been, like September. Worst case scenario would be like this time next year, or just like you were saying, it could be even worse than that. So it's like, man, it's tough, and you got to have a contingency plan. And if you don't, I mean, we're going to be looking like how we was with Marcus Mariota and all of them anyway.
Right. John Brooks say Raheem Morris and Zach need to be working at the movie theater, selling tickets and popcorn and candy at the movie theater. They need to be somewhere, man, because
I ain't going to lie to you. You ain't finna mess up my movie experience. Get your behind out this movie theater. Get your behind out there. Before my popcorn tastes like something different. Before I ask for a soda, I get juice. I'm good.
That's what I'm talking about. Willie, what's up, my guy? Appreciate the donation through the short, man. I truly appreciate it, man. But I'm gonna answer this as best as I can. As I'm looking at this tweet by D-Led, man, it says bad franchise owner record with 8 straight losing season. And if y'all want to know the record for 8, well, the record is 8, and he tied it this year. The previous time was 1983 all the way to 1990, which was Dion's second season in Atlanta, and then the very next season that was too legit to quit season. So when y'all remember me saying that y'all ain't seen shit if y'all weren't here in the 80s. I admit that.
So in other words, in other words, before you continue, Smitty, I just want to say, so in other words, this franchise is just like the Smiths, and history is repeating itself.
It could be. It could be, but it wasn't always like that. See, the thing is, football evolves year by year. And by that 5th year, you got to still be in the loop or you're going to get left. Because Philadelphia has been retooling since 2017. And around 2021 or 2022, they just said, we just going to blow it up while we can. They went and got they drafted Jalen Hurts, went and got A.J. Brown, drafted Devontae Smith, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, every other Georgia Bulldog they can name. But they are picking those guys because they have championship pedigree. When the last time the Falcons drafted a Georgia Bulldog that was coached by Kirby Smart outside of Jalen Walker? Somebody in their own damn backyard.
Yeah, that hasn't happened at all. And we know that.
But it wasn't always like this. The point is that I'm trying to make. Thomas Dimitroff told his team a new asshole before he left. Then you expect Terry Fontenot to clean it up, which he did.
He
But
did.
at the same time, you didn't let him hire Arthur Smith. I'm sorry. You told a lie that he had hired Arthur Smith. He helped in the process. That was a lie. Then the very next time, I don't think you let Terry into the coaching hire at all, because Raheem Morris was clear the Arthur Blank pick.
Mm-hmm. They were just meeting each other for the first time. Remember the video?
Right, exactly. So when you look at that aspect, yes, you can say he's a bad owner because he don't let the front office do their job like they're supposed to. Push Rich McKay to the side. If he's going to work on the other side, let him stay over there. Trust Terry Fontenot. If that man can work an $80 million cap hit, he damn sure can pick a team because, like I said, he goes out and scout tatting him down self. He went and got D. Alford all the way from Canada. So look, is he a bad owner? I would say to a certain degree, but from Michael Vick being drafted all the way up to it was time to trade Matt Ryan. Before that, he was one of the better owners. But you know what? I don't know who is in his ear or what's going on behind the scenes. But this team has fell off significantly in the last 4 years. And this 8 straight years now. 7-10, 3 straight years, 89, and now whatever this year. But the point I'm making is it's another loss. Another losing season.
Yep.
Matt Mike said Falcons have to explore all options at this point. And I've been saying that. For y'all to be saying, man, y'all be stupid to trade Bijan. How can you be stupid to trade somebody which you'll get the most compensation for to help build this team the right way? You're just stupid. Miss Tiff, what's up?
Yeah, bro. No, for real, because at the end of the day, that's like Rashawn Robinson and Drake London, as far as like what you got on tape, those two are your biggest like assets that you can get the most for, to be honest. I mean, people like explosive plays. People like the bells and whistles. You know, I mean, that's going to be the thing for you.
Right. And think about it. The Giants let Saquon Barkley get away for nothing. And they probably kicking themselves every day when they could have traded him and got 2 first-round picks. So you think the Falcons should make that same mistake? Because guess what? As I told y'all, he's going to be $20-something million. $20 million
Decisions matter
for a running back. When a running back that was making $725,000 ran for 1,000 yards. You won't even have to. You probably get Tyler half of what you had to pay Bijan. Probably anywhere from 8 to 10 million. You talking about 23 million.
And you better keep Tyler now.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie.
Exactly.
You better keep Tyler now. I ain't gonna lie. If the conversation is Tyler, Algier, or Kyle Pitts, I'm sorry, I'm rolling with Tyler Algier yesterday, the day before that, and even tomorrow.
Right. But the thing is, the point that I was trying to make, bro, and we've been talking about this behind the scenes for God knows how long. To
Tell me
me,
about it.
personally, nobody on the team is untouchable, especially if you rebuild. Because that's what we headed again. And depending on who we lose, it could be anywhere from 3 to 5 years. That depends on who the coach is, who can come in and pick this team up where we at. Probably trade a player or two. But like I told y'all, we can build around those two bookends and defensive end that we got. That's something to build around. And Xavier Watts.
Yeah, because Jesse Bates is gone.
So think about it, man. Willie, appreciate the donation, man. He said legit asking because I don't know. Why do you say blank wanted Penix drafted? How can you tell who wants which players? Just trying to learn. Willie, it was reported on the news. It was reported. They flew to Seattle to another private workout after seeing him at the combine, after seeing him at pro days. They took another flight to Seattle to go see a private workout. And when they left that second time, we knew he was going to be the pick. Because Arthur Blank just doesn't do that.
That's true.
He just doesn't do that. If
That's
it's
how you
somebody
know
he
he
wants,
fell in love with
he's gonna push to get him. Because one thing that I'm sure a lot of Falcons know, Falcon fans know, and I'm sure a lot of them don't know. He tried to get Calvin Johnson, but the Lions wouldn't trade because they feel like the compensation wasn't there. But he wanted
Right. I remember
Megatron.
that.
He
I
wanted
remember that.
Megatron. So he's always been out to flashy players, which is why Bijan was the pick, which is why Mike Vick was the pick when he first bought the team.
Right. I'm saying,
So,
man, he's going to go get something that's going to. My thing is, you got to think about it too. Arthur Blank, and he said it himself, he's not a football mind, he's a businessman. So you think
right.
about it. All those moves right there, they have something in common. They'll put butts in seats.
Okay, Dan, I'll check it out, my guy. Yeah, and
They will
sometimes
put the butts in the seats.
and see, and that's the thing, man. We got those players right now to put butts in seats, but we don't have a coach to keep them in the seats because yesterday that stadium bone dry by the third quarter. Let's keep it funky 100.
Well, I can tell you exactly when if you want a timestamp. After Bajan fumbled and they went down and scored, there was a trickle. I mean, there was already a trickle after the 100-yard return. There was a little trickle.
Right.
It started picking up more, and when they scored after the Bajan fumble, and by the time you can say like that 3rd and 7 happened, man, that place was so empty. You could it was so quiet that if you was on the sideline and there was a helmet close to you, you could hear the plays.
Wow.
You can hear
That's
the plays being called.
Okay, Willie said so because of the way pursued Penix, that's why it's blank. That couldn't have come from Fontenot or Morris. Let me let you in on something, Willie. And this was discussed after the draft. It was an actual article. I read it.
Mm-hmm. I think we
When they
discussed
made the
it
pick,
yesterday too.
when they made the pick, Michael Penix was that guy. You saw Terry Fontenot talking to him during the draft. The very next day, we were told Terry Fontenot tried to trade back up into the first round to go get Latu because that was his first choice. So if that was his first choice, whose choice was it to take Michael Penix?
The owner, the only person that can overrun, the only person that can overrule the GM, bro.
Yep. So look. Yeah. Hey, nephew, I've been saying it God knows how long. They just have to have chemistry. You don't have to have a superstar player every position because Tyler ran for 1,000 yards. And you got to remember, he was very productive at BYU.
He was. Shoot, and he's still productive if you give him the ball.
He ran for more touchdowns this year for the Falcons. Some things just common sense.
Shout out to Miss Kristen. She did say Greg Beatles. Yeah, Greg Beatles can overrule Fontenot, but I don't see Greg Beatles being the one saying, yeah, take Penix, Fontenot. I see
That
Arthur
was all
Blank
Arthur
saying
Blank,
yeah,
man. That was
yeah,
all
I see Arthur Blank saying that.
It's just that bullshit, man. It just it just some things shouldn't be so hard. It just shouldn't be hard. Yeah, you got to get tired of the ball, man. You got to. No, Drake is not the Falcons. No. Because if George Pickens wasn't a bonehead like he was, I would have took Pickens away over London. And I'm just being real with y'all. And you can look at the stats. And I've told y'all. You look at speed, George Pickens. Size, Drake London. Deep threat, George Pickens. Route running, George Pickens. Yeah, he a bonehead.
50 balls, Drake London.
George Pickens. I still say Pickens. Well, no, not after last Sunday. Yeah, because he was 2 passes. Well, last Thursday, it was 2 passes that he probably should have came back for, and he didn't. So I say Drake London on that. But as far as overall talent, aggressive wise, I gotta go. George Pickens. But since he a knucklehead, he'll never be in that discussion. And I've been on record as saying that. And, you know, I stand by it.
He do got to change some things with him.
Yeah, and personally, in that draft, I go Gary Wilson. If you want me to be honest.
Same.
They picked Drake London.
I said it.
Yeah, they picked Drake London because they feel like Drake London was a better blocker for what Arthur Smith was trying to do.
Best blocking wide receiver in the league. Yeah, at least one of them.
Yeah. Carter said Pickens is not better than Drake. Just go look at the averages, man. The average is there. He just can't keep his head on straight. Charlie said, so Penix was the one, but look where he is now, getting Penix, who has history of injury, moves, Cousins a better, more experienced quarterback, and now he is the only guy. That's true. Yeah, he is the only guy right now. Because Easton Stick probably not going to touch the field. Probably not.
What? That's who helmet I could hear the plays being called through.
Man, you
and it was in a box. No, I'm serious, bro. I'm serious. I was right behind the Falcons sideline, and it was so quiet in there that I was hearing some talking, and I looked down, and in the little Falcon case where they keep the helmets, I hear talking coming through the helmet. You can hear the plays.
Wow. It's crazy. Oh, no, I ain't answering my own question. I just said talent-wise, Pickens is better than London to me. That's just a personal opinion. But yeah, his mental is a little off. But sometimes you need them kind of players. You know what I mean? Not the ones that gonna go against the quarterback and what the quarterback say, because you know we've been waiting on him to unravel, and I think he did last Thursday against the Cowboys. I'm sorry, against the Lions. So yeah, but like I said, man, I said it last night. If you want to rebuild this team, right now is the year to start. You got tradable pieces, because guess what? Even Harry Douglas has 1,000 yards receiving in the season. You don't need a superstar like somebody said in the chat. You just need somebody willing to go out and get the job done. That's all you need.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Ski. I agree with Ski on that, man. I mean, at the end of the day, you just need the right coaching staff. Because, I mean, my thing is,
you're going to have to repeat yourself. You're breaking up.
This is why I'm a Falcon fan. With them, and we'll hear 1,000 yards, and it's cemented in the Falcons, you know, in the Falcons organization as one of those guys that you could just depend on.
Yeah, agreed. Willie said, wait, if the staff truly felt that Penix wasn't ready, why not have a quarterback competition with Cousins and Penix to start the season, or at least Cousins being quarterback one? It's confusing. Well, I'm gonna be real, and I said it last year. You drafted the quarterback number 8 overall, and that's a high draft pick. And when you make the move from the previous starter to that quarterback, no way you turn it around unless that quarterback is injured, because it's going to be a PR nightmare, which it has been. And you can't keep making that move back because you lose control of the locker room, which he had done anyway. So that's why I feel like you don't have a quarterback competition. Once you make that move from that quarterback to that rookie, no turning back, because that rookie has got to get experience in the NFL as far as playing, getting the speed of the game down, learn to read defenses, and all of that stuff. So, I mean, it's just as simple as that.
Absolute fact.
Sometimes it just happens like that.
I'm talking about word for word.
Go ahead.
No, I said word for word, absolute facts. You know, I mean, word for word. I ain't even really got nothing to add to that.
Yeah, because I said it. I said it last year when they moved Kirk Cousins from starter for Mike Penix the last 3 games. I said you just can't go back. And the way he played in those 3 games last year showed potential. But if you really take a deep dive into it, the same mistakes were being made offensively by Zach Robinson, the same thing he's doing this year.
Yep, that's true. And again, the magnifying glass wasn't on Zach because we were so busy cussing out Jimmy Lake.
Exactly.
But I said at the beginning of the season, well, y'all, the flashlight, the magnifying glass is going to be on Zach now because Jimmy's out the way. We got an experienced guy on the defense side.
Yeah, but
all this comes back. Yeah, all this comes back to Raheem, though. You know what I'm saying? All this comes back to Raheem.
Yep. Start with the hire all day long. And like I said, when you a coach, and me, if I was a coach, and Chris will tell you, it's just like other podcasters. If anybody comes in and challenges me, I would love that because I know that I need to grow and it's something else that I need to work on. See, he didn't want that coach up under him that tell him, hey, man, you wrong. Hey, you should try this. And think about it, Raheem having an off day as a coach and his mental not there for that game. You got to have an assistant to walk up to you, hey, man, this ain't working. You go try that. Because I'm looking at what I see on the field and I feel like we do this may work. He ain't got nobody to challenge him because they're young guys. So his ego wants to be in charge more than helping his team win football games. And
that's unacceptable.
And see, that's why I named that video. Ego can cost you everything. Because that's exactly what happened to Raheem right now. Simple changes will probably have the Falcons in a better position and him probably still having a job in 2026 with the Falcons. Because the way he was talking yesterday, he damn sure gone. Let's get it. What's up, my guy?
Let's get it.
Hey, man, we all ready for it to be over with. It's just been crazy, man. Nephew said we don't need Drake or Bijan, in my opinion. We just need good coaching, patriotism, an example. And Nephew, that's what I've been saying. They've been cutting their key players. The only 3 players that they know they need is skill position. Quarterback, cornerback, and who else? Wide receiver, because they got Stephon Diggs. But outside of about 4 or 5 of those players, I don't even know them. I don't know them. Auntie Joyce said she don't even think they're gonna fire him. She don't think that he's gonna go anywhere. She said she'll be shocked if they fire him. And I would be to a certain extent because Chris done talked about it on multiple occasions that you got to think about the contract. It's a 4 or 5 year deal, and we only in year 2. I get that part. And what if the players just checked out and they know next season starting, and guess what? Same guy there teaching the same philosophy that they not buying into. Look, gonna be the same thing. So there's a lot of things that Arthur Blank and Terry Fontenot and Rich McKay got to work out this year. And yeah, I call Rich McKay because he's still in there. Because if y'all look at the press conference yesterday, he was sitting right in the middle of the press conference.
Sitting right there.
If y'all think he don't have nothing to do with football, let him tell y'all that lie. He ain't gonna never be able to fool me.
Right. And my thing is, why are you there if you have nothing to do with that side? You know,
exactly.
Because he said, you know, he helps sometimes with some of the operations here and there, but he's more so on the soccer side of things. Well, I ain't gonna lie, you need to be helping them get that together, because they got some roster issues and everything too. You should be working on that, man. Not sitting in a press conference. But that's just my personal opinion, you know. If that's really what you're doing.
But no, that's what I've been telling him, Chris. He can tell and I said it on the video, and I did that reaction to that 680 fan video. He can tell y'all whatever he want to. But as long as he got CEO up under his name or whatever they got him labeled as long as he's labeled in this organization, he gonna always have an opinion on what to do, especially if he's Arthur Blank's right-hand man. It's just that simple.
Yep.
What is ICB as a mercy release? If they let him go, I don't want to see him I don't want to see him have good years here. Look, I mean, I wouldn't see it as a mercy trade. I would see it as me trying to go in the right direction. Because there's a running back from Notre Dame. And he may be a first-round pick, probably top 10. Just like Bijan was. Same skill set, pretty fast, powerful, shifty. And look, then you have who was that I was watching the other night? Who was that? It might have been Cleveland yesterday. Quashawn Junkins, the kid that had got in trouble. He missed like the first 3 or 4
Oh,
games.
Yeah, Junkins.
And he has more touchdowns than Bijan Robinson.
He does.
Hell, Tyler Algier has more touchdowns than Bijan Robinson. And like I said, man, if Tyler goes somewhere else, he will have that same type Michael Turner effect. When Michael Turner was playing up under LaDainian Tomlinson, same style running back as Bijan. Goes somewhere else, plays for the Falcons. And I think he's number 2 all time in Falcon rush yards.
Man.
Flashy don't look.
Oh,
Flashy don't always get you to where you need to go. It's about production. It's about chemistry. It's about all of that.
Facts, man.
Clay, what's up, my guy?
At the end of the day,
go ahead. Before I read that, go ahead.
No, I see you about to read that. Was it players are checked out? You could see it after the kickoff return, and yesterday, and the second half yesterday, special teams has killed us, and it's obvious. And again,
right.
He was here earlier, Clay. I can attest to that. Like, yes, there was a dejected look on everybody's face, but the real win went out of everybody's sails after they went up 20-6. If you could have seen the body language after that, it was completely dead. It was dead.
Yep. Absolutely. Ghost Pepper, what's up, my guy? Ghost Pepper said Raheem is not fooling anybody talking that building his own coaching tree. And Chris said that for anybody. Why on earth would somebody pick from a tree that's 33 and 56? How is that a formula for success? 200% correct. 200% correct.
It's a joke.
Dan said if you heard Raheem's last answer from Dave Archer's post-game interview, Raheem said this game doesn't matter. Close the book, move on. You don't have to say that. Just oblivious to his own words. Yeah. So he's checked out too. Let's keep it real. He's checked out too. If y'all want me to keep it funky with y'all, he checked out too. That fly boy
He just
said,
waiting on the axe at this point.
"Oh yeah,
He's waiting on the axe.
He waiting on the pink slip." And I would honestly, I thought they would be today. They eliminated from the playoffs. Another losing season. So what does he have? What is he coaching for? To get the rest of his paycheck?
It could be after the Tampa game. You think about it, we got a short week, so it would be. So if you fire him after the Tampa game, you got a few more days to try to figure out who's going to coach the team and all the stuff like that.
And the last 3 games, brutal. You got Arizona, the Rams, and the Saints. And yeah, I said the Saints going to be brutal because they are a division rival. Yeah, they beat the Panthers yesterday.
They did.
I'm sorry, the Bucks.
They did. I mean, Bucks. Yeah, they beat the Bucks.
So that game is not even automatic.
And the Bucks are motivated, according to Baker Mayfield. They are motivated to right the ship this Thursday against us.
Right. Absolutely, it should, Charlie. Every game should matter. Every game. I don't give a damn if you 1-15. Every game should matter. Because you fight for a job for the next year or the next coach or the next GM. You think they want to see a quit on the field? No. Not at all.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You can't say those things. It's similar to remember a couple of years when Trae Young was saying, "Oh, the regular season is boring." I was like, you said what? At the end of the day, when you say something that crazy, I'm gonna say we gotta talk about it. Yeah, you gotta talk about it. Like that don't make no sense.
That's arrogant. They just don't appreciate the choices that they were given. And if Raheem Morris making statements like that, this game don't matter. Why should your job matter? Think about that. Why should your job matter? Thank you for the donation, my brother. 69 say, did anyone catch Raheem laughing on the sideline at the end of the third quarter? Also, I like Tyler's run style better and more physical. Chris been saying that forever too. I mean, he ain't got no choice but to laugh because sometimes you got to laugh to keep from crying. I'm just saying, sometimes you got to laugh to keep from crying. Iron Mike's a game never mattered to this regime. Look at the sense of urgency at the beginning of every season, including the preseason. And we don't even want to talk about the preseason. I say that for another day. Because preseason is a whole nother discussion. Because if Penix plays in the preseason, I feel like he'll be more up to par than he was starting the season. Hey, he may be a little bit, further along. And I know 3 games not a lot. But at the same time, when you need reps to get in sync and in chemistry with your receivers, especially, I'm not going to say untalented, but I'm going to say some that are not second, third string. And I'm going to keep it at that. But my point is, a quarterback needs chemistry and everything with his receivers, even with his running back, even with his offensive coordinator. This is what preseason is for, knocking the kinks out before the season starts. They didn't do that. Oh, I got confidence in what we seen and we did in practice against the Titans. A damn open scrimmage practice. Come on, man. A coach should never. Oh, man, look. See, that finna piss me off a whole nother level, so I'm not going to even go there. That boy Fly, he said, please answer this for me, big homie. He said, Shan was the only competent offensive quarterback we had to take us far, and even he left for another job. What is it going to take? But he was left for another job because John Lynch finally took over as GM of the 49ers. He got hired. And he got hired for the 49ers. He personally chose Kyle Shanahan. He made him very wealthy before that Super Bowl even took place. So they had everything in place. They just had to wait till after the Super Bowl to make the deal official. So Kyle would have stayed had he not gotten the San Francisco job, because I'm pretty sure he would have been coach of the Atlanta Falcons had he stayed probably another year or two. And I said
definitely.
What they should have done is just tried to make him the highest paid coordinator they could. And I don't think he takes that San Francisco job. But who wouldn't want a head coaching job? When you
Yeah, I
know,
was just about to say that. Yeah.
when you know what you're capable of doing, and he's shown us, he's capable of leading the team to the Super Bowl. And even though he hadn't closed either one of them because stupid mistakes, he still got the talent to do it. And as I told y'all, if he's the highest paid coordinator at that point, 2017 when we made it back to the playoffs, he's the head coach in 2018 and probably still the head coach right now.
I mean, yeah, I can agree with that. And think about it too. We can say about possibly try to make him the highest paid coordinator, but you think about it though too, bro. He probably would have declined that. Kyle Shanahan grew up watching his dad be a head coach. I just really believe that as soon as a head coaching job becomes available, I'm finna go do what my dad did because that's what I'm gonna do anyway.
Right. That's what he put me in the position to do, to succeed. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Kyle ain't gonna never win the Super Bowl because his dad made it to 2 Super Bowls before he won 2. So it can always change around. When he finally got John Elway the proper running back, which he should have been done, and Terrell Davis, that carried that first Super Bowl. Terrell Davis probably had one of the best seasons of all time for a running back. As far as yards, touchdowns, league MVP, Super Bowl MVP. Oh, that was a season to be had. Yeah, you probably won't never see that again from a running back because they're just not built like that anymore. Those running backs back then were workhorses. They could carry the ball 30, 35 times, go out next week and do it again. Charlie said, thank you. I have been a Falcon fan since day one, and we haven't had a worse season than this one. Well, Charlie, if you around my age or older, I done seen some bad ones because 1986, go back to 1986 or 85. I think we were 2-14 or 3-13 for 2 or 3 straight years. Oh, there have been worse seasons, but I get where you're going with this because even though I didn't agree with hiring Marion Campbell twice, they did it. And now you see the same thing with them hiring Raheem Morris twice. It never works. Whatever they showed you the first time, that's just what it is. You missed out on 5 coaches last year. 5 coaches. 3 of them have
that all have better records than us. That all have better records than us.
Yep. 3 of them could be in the top 3 in the playoffs. Who's going to coach the team who's going to coach the team? Jeff Albrecht don't and Jerry Gray don't. That's a good question. Damn sure better not be Marquise Williams. That's a good question, Ski. But if it's not any of those guys, and it's going to have to be one of those guys because they're the most experienced. But I don't know. Maybe Arthur Blank. After that, I mean, on the other guy, you think of TJ Yates, and he's definitely not ready.
Come on, man.
Imagine you got a student who got all D's last year telling you he don't need to study this year.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Oh, shit.
I'm talking about.
That was a good one, Mike.
It was D+ all day long, D-. But yeah, he don't need to study. I'm passing. What you talking about?
Right. Ray, what's up, man? Nephew said, would you eat dinner with Raheem Morris for $1 million? Hell no. I pass on that $1 million. Because if I eat dinner, I'm gonna slap the shit out of him.
I'm about to say I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna take that meal. I ain't lying to you. I'm gonna have that dinner. Even if I do got slapping with it, guess what? I got the money for the lawyer. Let's go.
You stupid. Yeah, 85, 86 was terrible. So, I tell y'all, man, I've seen worse. But this is just stupidity type worse. This is something that didn't have to happen. Because you let your ego get in the way. And yeah, I'm talking about Arthur Blank. I'm talking about Arthur Blank. His ego got in the way because he wanted to be comfortable with somebody that he knew instead of somebody that was probably going to bring in. They're going to probably bring in a winning game plan and want to do things their way. I understand as a general manager or owner, you want things your way, but sometimes you got to listen to somebody. Because the game evolving and you still doing the same old shit, how you going to evolve?
You can't.
Keep it real.
You cannot grow that way. There will be no growth.
Ghost Pepper, this is a great point, man. 49ers are notoriously injury prone, ranking high in missed games and player injuries year after year. Yet, they consistently remain a top 10 team. Excellent coaching. And that's why I say I have no problem with Kyle coming back.
All right, Smitty. All right, God darn it. All right. Because I ain't going to lie to you. I sure thought that the 49ers were going to bomb out finally this year, and they are not. So,
yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. The injury that we've had, yeah, they've been big, but that's when coaches step up. Look at, like I said last night on the show, look at what Robert Saleh did. Rookies, and they still won. And Christian McCaffrey didn't do nothing spectacular. He just kept running them crackback blocks because he knew they couldn't stop it. And the Falcons still didn't adjust to it.
Yeah, and again, that was another option, that's another guy who could be. We're talking about like it's not a lot of pickings this year for head coaches like how it was this past year. I mean, Robert Saleh may be your savior, especially for those who want Jeff Ulbrich still to stay. Now, I mean, me personally, as long as Nate Ollie can stay for me, I'm good. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if Jeff Ulbrich is going to stay, one guy I believe he'll stay for is Robert Saleh.
Yeah, and honestly, because that was his coaching partner with the Jets. But Kyle Shanahan would bring his own squad, but we know he's gonna call the offense. So his offensive coordinator just gonna be a damn bag boy. So that's a given. But Charlie said we did get to the Super Bowl twice, lost both times. Yeah, they did play better than yesterday, but you got to think about both of those Super Bowl teams were coached. They were pretty good coaches, and Dan Reed had actually been to the Super Bowl about 3 times as a player and a coach. Then you look at Dan Quinn; he had a great plan in place. Personnel just fell off. Couldn't afford everybody because of Julio, Matt, and Dion. So, and this same thing going on in Washington right now. And look at what they just did to his quarterback yesterday. Why the hell is he playing when y'all ain't going nowhere? He on the rookie deal. His shit guaranteed. Come on now.
They trying to see if maybe they can go on a streak. Try to go on a streak and try to get into the playoffs.
They got them take their clothes off and run down them damn steps. They ain't streaking no damn well. Wando said, "What's y'all opinion on Seals? I feel like he's average, but they keep forcing him the ball like he's top tier." That's easy. Juan Pancho. Him and Kurt played on the practice squad together, the scouting squad. So they spent a good bit of time together the last year, and he's comfortable with them. So that's actually why he's been playing because Kurt recommended him to play. Yeah, and that's why Chris Blair and Nick Nash were not playing because Kurt didn't recommend them. If he recommend one of those guys, they be playing. Same with what's his name, the other kid, Dylan Drummond. Same thing.
Dylan Drummond. Yeah, he liked Drummond too.
Yeah, scouting team. Yep. This has been another great pop-up, man. I had to come through and talk to it because them comments just really pissed me off, and y'all know me. If somebody pissed me off like that, I'm going to speak on it. And his ego, like I said, has been a downfall of his stay in Atlanta because that's actually what got the best of him last year in New Orleans. No way in the hell they should have lost that game at 6-3 and coming out playing like they were unprepared.
And of course,
go ahead.
We missed a few kicks in that game. So it's like I can't put it all on the quarterback because if Younghoe Koo makes his kicks, we still win that game.
But if Raheem Morris doesn't bring his ass back, we wouldn't be having this conversation. And yeah, I get it. Last year, Koo was hurt. But at the same time, he had been going left all season. He missed, 9 kicks last year? And you still bring him back?
Yep. I got an emotional bank with Koo. Yeah, got emotional banks with Koo.
Oh, man, you full of it. Tell everybody where to find you, man.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You won't find me at the unemployment office because I won't be there. But I know somebody who will.
You need to yank it. That damn Raheem Morris ass down there. Let him fill out an application.
I'm about to say I know who will be there soon. But A1 Forever Sports, man. That's the platform on YouTube. Please come and be a part of the A1 family. Love to have you. Also, the Hawks Digest. Hawks on a little break right now, as of course they did not make it to advance to Vegas, so they're kind of like waiting in limbo for a next opponent. So got a little break with them, but still, come check us out at the Hawks Digest. We do still drop videos, even if it's not post game, pre games, and stuff like that as well. Also, Twitter A1 Forever, Instagram A1 Forever, and the real A1 Forever on TikTok. I said, Smitty. I knew he was going to end up doing this live, but I didn't know when it was going to be. I felt the fumes, so coming through the screen yesterday. Raheem really had upset you.
Hey, you know, when you said something about the comments last night, I said, yeah, he trying me. And as soon as I woke up that morning, just popped in my head, oh yeah, he ain't finna let this shit slide. No, no.
Hey, man.
Team 4-9, you being arrogant and cocky, man. Get the hell out of here. Come on, man. You can't do that. But yeah, man, y'all know where to find me, man. Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube. Also find me at Twitter at fatboysnell_21. Time for my chicken wings. I'm having a breakdown. But yeah, I'm trying to get y'all. I'm gonna keep giving y'all the latest news and updates because that's what I do. And if y'all missed my shorts this morning, please go check them out. And for y'all that missed the post game last night, please go check that out as well. A1 was on that thing cooking with soy sauce, like some fried rice. So y'all please go check it out. But thank y'all for tuning in, everybody to chat. Appreciate y'all. Especially appreciate y'all with the donation, man. Truly appreciate it. And thank y'all for donating when I'm not on screen, for just doing that kind of y'all heart. I truly appreciate it.
Yeah,
but for my boy A1, this your boy Antoine Smith. We're gonna holler at y'all soon, man. Peace.